Hey everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records. Well, we are smack dab in the middle of a Record Store Day Black Friday and a Small Business Saturday weekend here at the store. But as they say, the show must go on, and the new releases are still scheduled to come out over the next few weeks. So let's take a couple of minutes to look at the highlights for this upcoming week's new releases as we enter into December. Just the highlights, though, as the list, as always, is much too long. But if you'd like to see that full list, all you have to do is head over to our website at radiowasteland.com. From there, look for the upcoming releases link, click on that, and you'll see a PDF with everything that there is to see. For now, though, let's dive into some of these new releases scheduled for Friday, the 5th of December, 2025. Kicking things off this week, we've got a brand new one from Khruangbin. Hope I'm saying that right. I know I've had a few people in the store say it differently here and there, but Khruangbin, and this is called The Universe Smiles Upon You 2. The description says that if you could go back in time 10 years, what would you want to tell yourself? This was a question that Khruangbin posed to themselves when approaching the 10-year anniversary of their debut album, the once cult classic, now genre-defining work, The Universe Smiles Upon You. So they went back to where it all started and where they recorded that first album. And while many of the conditions were the same, the songs aren't quite. They have reapproached and changed some things here and there, but harnessed that same kind of bottle energy while discovering what would be unique this time around in this stage of the band's life, and the result moves like ripples across water with 10 hypnotizing tracks. So kind of a reimagining of that first album, but man, it seems like some new stuff from Khruangbin. The Universe Smiles Upon You 2. This one is a single LP, and we have a black vinyl version coming in at a suggested list of $30. And then there is a white vinyl version of this as well. This one a little more expensive. $31 is the suggested list price there. I'm going to have trouble pronouncing this next one, but it's brand new stuff from Father John Misty. Okay, let's just leave it at that. And our description says this is the 6th album from Father John Misty, produced by Josh Tillman and Drew Erickson. I'm sure there's much deeper meaning to this name that I'm not quite getting out, but this brand new one from Father John Misty on black vinyl double LP, $36 is the suggested list price for this. Two versions of a new one from Lettuce, and it is simply called Cook. Our description gets a little cheeky, says Lettuce serves up a full-course groove experience with Cook, a 16-track feast of classic funk, rich instrumentation, and deep pocket rhythm. This album features 12 full-length tracks, including 2 vocal cuts. It goes on to say that Cook is a multi-sensory experience, and the vinyl includes a recipe book of both original dishes crafted by the band, each paired with a song, and one of their 2 new wines launched alongside the album. So from front to back, Cook is Lettuce at their most flavorful, soulful, funky, and made to be savored. It's kind of a cool experience, I guess you're going to get with this album. Cook on double LP black vinyl from Lettuce, $41 for a suggested retail price. And then there is an indie exclusive version of this on Coke Bottle Clear vinyl. Double LP also, this one coming in at $42 for a suggested list price. Bunch of live albums up next on the new release front, new-ish release front, I should say. First up is the Jerry Garcia Band live at the Warfield, recorded in March of 1991. This is a 5 LP box set. And the description says it's the final installment in the Live at the Warfield vinyl series. And this showcase is from March 2nd of 1991, the closing night of a 3-show run for the Jerry Garcia Band at their beloved venue. The complete 2-set performance is pressed across 5 LPs, which are solid from front to back. This performance is beautifully balanced by hard-hitting ballads like Bob Dylan's I Shall Be Released and roof-raising raise-ups, including the Rolling Stones' Let's Spend the Night Together. Live stuff from the Jerry Garcia Band 5 LP box set live at the Warfield from March of 1991, $73 for a suggested list price. Live stuff continues with this one called MC50, 10 More live from the MC5. I think I remember this from a couple of years back. Not much information in our description, so we'll just tell you that this is a single LP on 180-gram black vinyl. $28 for suggested list price here. Continuing in the live trend, we've got 2 versions of this one from Scorpions, and it's called Coming Home Live. The description says that the Scorpions are celebrating their 60th band anniversary with a special arena show in the city where it all began, Hanover, Germany. Double LP on black vinyl with a gatefold jacket and a 20-page booklet. The Scorpions Coming Home Live, $51 for a suggested retail price. And then there is an indie exclusive coming on green colored vinyl, also double LP, and also has that booklet inside. A little more expensive though for the indie exclusive, $55 for a suggested list price there. More live stuff, this one from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, and it is Live God. The description says that this is a stunning testament to Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds' Wild God World Tour from 2024 and 2025. Across 15 tracks, the album captures the nature of those unforgettable shows, which were, in Nick Cave's own words, an antidote to despair. Double LP on black vinyl, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds and Live God, $56 for a suggested retail price. One more live one, this one from Olivia Rodrigo, and it's live from Glastonbury, a BBC recording. The description says that this is coming on double light blue and cobalt colored vinyl, and this is Olivia's entire set from that show, including tracks from her record-breaking albums Sour and Guts. Double LP on that colored vinyl, Olivia Rodrigo, and live from Glastonbury, a BBC recording, $40 for a suggested list price. And then we have two variations of this new compilation coming from Ultravox. It's called the Collection 2025. First up is a double LP set, and our description says that this album has been newly remastered and cut at half speed. It's moved into a double album. I guess this is a repress, I should say now that I'm looking at this. The original was on a single LP, but spreading it out gives the audio room to breathe, according to our description. So again, it's a double LP on heavyweight black vinyl housed in a die-cut sleeve with an interchangeable front image, and it comes with a 4-page insert. Ultravox, the Collection 2025, the double LP version, $39 for a suggested list price. And then we have an expanded box set edition of the collection. This 4LP deluxe edition includes a second volume of the collection with a further 14 singles and alternative and unreleased versions of releases that date from 1986 through 2004. Limited edition of just 2,500 units worldwide. This box set is 4 standard weight clear vinyl LPs with that die-cut sleeve and interchangeable front images like the other one as well. But the deluxe expanded edition of the collection from Ultravox coming in at a price tag of $88. Onward now to the reissues scheduled for the 5th of December, and we're kicking it off with something from Steven Wilson, and this is a reissue of Hand Cannot Erase. Got to put the periods in there. The description says that Steven Wilson, the 6-time Grammy nominee, multi-instrumentalist, producer, and founding member of the influential prog rock band Porcupine Tree, released his critically acclaimed 4th solo album in 2015. So here we have a double LP reissue of this from Steven Wilson coming on splatter-colored vinyl. Hand Cannot Erase, $50 for a suggested list price. Two variations of this reissue from Mac Miller, and it's called Good AM. I think I'm saying that right. It's Go:/ADAM. The first version of this is coming on white and yellow vinyl. It is an anniversary edition, triple LP on that colored vinyl. This was the 3rd studio album by rapper Mac Miller, and it features guest appearances from Ab-Soul, Chief Keef, Lil B, Miguel, and others. So this version of the reissue of Good AM from Mac Miller, $70 for a suggested list price. Then there's also an indie exclusive version of this, also a triple LP, but this one coming on clear, white, and yellow vinyl. $70 for a suggested list price there. Let's go back in time a little bit for this next reissue, and it's under Fleetwood Mac, but it's really of various artists. This is the Blues Jam in Chicago, Volumes 1 and 2. And the description says that writing for Rolling Stone magazine, Barry Gifford praised blues rockers Fleetwood Mac's debut album in early 1968, describing it as potent enough to make the South Side of Chicago take notice. Within a year, the group, led by the incomparable Peter Green, was in the Windy City at Chess Studios for a recording session with many of the renowned Chicago blues musicians that had inspired them. This includes Otis Spann, Honey Boy Edwards, and the legendary songwriter Willie Dixon. Initially issued as 2 separate single LP volumes back in 1969 as Blues Jam in Chicago, this release unites both of those sessions in an impressive double LP set. So Blues Jam in Chicago, Volumes 1 and 2 together from Fleetwood Mac and a lot of other great blues artists, $40 for a suggested list price of this, and that one coming, by the way, on double LP black vinyl. From the Flying Dutchman label, we are getting a reissue of The Revolution Will Not Be Televised from Gil Scott-Heron. And our description says that this compilation of the best of Gil Scott-Heron's Flying Dutchman output was originally released in 1974 and pulled together tracks from his first 3 albums. This was first reissued on vinyl in the UK in 2017, although that version came in a single sleeve with a printed inner. This version restores The Revolution Will Not Be Televised to its original Flying Dutchman format in a gatefold sleeve. Pressed on 180-gram black vinyl, The Revolution Will Not Be Televised. From Gil Scott-Heron, this compilation coming in at a suggested list price of $31. Next up is a reissue from Freddie Mercury of Queen, of course. Mr. Bad Guy is the title of this one. It is a 40th anniversary reissue of Freddie's debut solo album. Mr. Bad Guy, by the way, saw Queen's legendary frontman step out on his own for the very first time, delivering no less than 4 singles and resulting in a peak UK album chart position at number 6. This record, by the way, saw Mercury tap into disco, dance, and pop influences to deliver his new sound. This anniversary edition is a single LP pressed on green-colored vinyl. Mr. Bad Guy from Freddie Mercury, $30 for a suggested list price. Stepping forward in time just a little bit, we've got a pair of reissues coming from Jelly Roll. We have Self-Medicated and A Beautiful Disaster. Our description says that for the very first time on vinyl, so it's not quite a reissue, but this has been previously released on digital and CD, so for the very first time on vinyl, Jelly Roll gives fans the project that thrust him into superstardom. Self-Medicated, this is a gatefold double LP that features the multi-platinum smash hit Save Me and is the perfect collector's item for any Jelly Roll fan. Self-Medicated, a double LP on black vinyl, $28 for a suggested list price there. And then we move on to Beautiful Disaster, this also being released on vinyl for the very first time ever. This one, of course, featuring hit singles like Bottle and Mary Jane and Creature. This classic LP is a must-have also for the Jelly Roll fans that you know. Single LP on black vinyl for this one, A Beautiful Disaster from Jelly Roll, $26 for a suggested list price. Here we have a reissue of the Best of Firefall, the greatest hits from Friday Music 2. This one coming on clear red colored vinyl. It is what it says it is. It's a compilation of Firefall and all of their greatest hits. That red colored vinyl, $38 for a suggested list price, and this does, by the way, look to be a single LP. And finally, we've got a reissue of Star Wars Episode 3, The Revenge of the Sith, the original soundtrack from John Williams. The description says that Mutant Records, in association with Walt Disney Music and Lucasfilm, are presenting this 20th anniversary celebratory pressing of John Williams' original score to the iconic final chapter of the Star Wars prequel trilogy, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The description goes on to say that this has been long out of print on physical media and is only being pressed on vinyl for the second time ever with this reissue. This is a limited edition release and features the incredible original artwork by Matt Ferguson and is being pressed on double LP 140-gram black vinyl. John Williams and the Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith soundtrack coming in at a suggested list price of $52. And that is a quick check of some of the releases headed our way for Friday the 5th of December, 2025. If you're local and you see something that you'd like us to get a hold of, just contact us here at the store. If you'd like to see the full list of everything we couldn't get to in this short video, because as I mentioned, it's a busy weekend and I'm a little worn out, but head over to our website at radiowasteland.com. Look for the upcoming releases link. Click on that. You'll see a PDF with all of the stuff coming out on this upcoming week. Same goes for that bigger list. If you see something you'd like us to get a hold of, contact us here at the store and we'll put a pre-order in for that for you as well. So until next time, this is Jim from Radio Wasteland. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, do all that stuff that YouTube likes you to do to help us out as a channel. We will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland. Thanks a lot for being here.